Hi everybody. Today I'm doing a reading for the full moon, which is happening tomorrow, or 29th, or the evening of the 29th to the morning of the 30th, depending whereabouts you are in the world. And the full moon's in Capricorn. Okay, and I'm reading from the Moonology Diary, as always, by Yasmin Boland. There's a lot going on astrologically. I've got a whole printout here of all the stuff that's happening, but I think I might do another reading because Mercury's going retrograde, which is creating the classic shadow period where miscommunications, delays and changes of plan begin to surface. Okay, so we need to be double checking details, backing up important files, and avoid rushing into major decisions if possible. It actually officially begins mid-July. Okay, so I'll talk more about that probably next week. I think I might do another reading next week. But as for the full moon, we're moving towards a pivotal time in astrology, and I'm reading directly from the book. Okay, we're not there yet, but in the coming 4 weeks we'll see 7 major alignments involving the outer planets: Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and the planetoid Chiron. Okay, use this full moon to shake off the past. If you're going through a rough time now, believe that you're about to be catapulted towards something better. And I apologise for the banging that you can hear. I've got the windows open because it's really hot. The door's banging because there is a bit of a breeze. So visualise this full moon as a celestial full stop to the period before this time. Once we get to any full moon, it's time to turn the corner. But that goes quadruple this month because, without wanting to sound too cosmic, we're literally about to shift timelines. It may be subtle or strong, but this full moon is a turning point for everyone. So are you ready for that? What would an end point and leaving your old life behind look like for you? That's the question that this full moon is asking us. For those of us who want to live consciously. Probably anyone who's listening to this does want to do that. The moon is making a hard clash with Capricorn's ruler Saturn, which shows us the lessons we need to learn. So what are you doing to evolve? It's not always easy, but it's nearly always worth the effort. More importantly, in terms of this full moon, what are you doing that's stopping you from evolving? Use the full moon to release whatever is holding you back. Full moons are always about release and can signal endings, and this one more so than most. Capricorn and Saturn, both fully triggered by this full moon, have a very final endings feel about them. And given that we're about to move into this powerful astrological time of shift, it's a good idea to draw a line under anything you know is no longer serving your highest good and possibly never did. Moreover, fiery Mars is about to connect with Uranus, the planet of electricity, under this full moon, so expect some sizzle. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's it. Just reading the rest of it, but it's about a QR code in it. And that's it. So I'm going to start, as always, with Aries. Let me just do the timestamp. Hi Aries, so I'm using the, Lightseer's Tarot, my favourite. Actually it's not, lots of them are favourites, but this is my oldest deck. Well, pretty much my oldest deck, from when I started doing this properly about 4 years ago. So what does Aries need to know? I'm going to look at what you need to move away from. Hope you can see these okay. What you need to move towards. And what else does Spirit want you to know? What do you need to move away from? Death and rebirth. Okay, so walk through that portal. You know, something is definitely over and done with. So leave it behind. Leave it behind, whatever it is that's, you know, as I said in the introduction, if it's not serving you and possibly never was serving your best interests, leave it behind. Walk through this metaphoric portal here and look, there's all that gorgeous light and like a guiding star almost. But you need to have a bit of courage to do that, to step into the unknown a little bit. What do you need to move towards? Six of Pentacles. I like this. This is better balance, I think. What goes around comes around. Okay, so yeah, don't be afraid to give if you need to. Don't be afraid to receive either, or to ask help. If there's help on offer for you, take it. Okay, but equally, you know, reciprocal arrangements. I kind of feel that there's, yeah, some sort of balance, especially if you're leaving this behind. Try and restore the balance that you had before, whatever this is. Okay, what else does Spirit want you to know? Okay, the reason you're leaving it behind is because it's not for you. Okay, you might have been feeling left out in the cold. You know, that you've not been invited to that particular party where it looks all bright and sunny, but really I think if you just take you know, be courageous, step out of the old into the new, walk past this bit of temptation here. That's, you know, it's waylaying you. You're sitting there wishful thinking. You know, you have got a key, but might not open that door, but it might open others for you. So yeah, just restore the balance a little bit. So that's what I've got for you, Aries. I hope this helps. Hi Taurus, welcome to Dog Star Tarot. I'm using the Lightseer's Tarot, and I'm going to look at what you need to move away from. That's what you need to move towards. Wow. And what else does Spirit want you to know? So walking away from the star. Now this is your dreams, and normally this is about holding on to your dreams, but perhaps what you were hoping for, what you were wishing for, is not for you. Maybe you need a change of perspective, a change of outlook. Yeah, maybe that, I kind of got a feeling that there's something that you're really drawn to. You look at that bright shiny star, you want that. But I think it's time to let go of that wanting. Actually, scrub that. It's time to let go of not doing anything about it, just holding on to it and not actually doing something. This is a time for action, I think. Let's see what the future says, or what you need to move towards. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. You want to turn it in your favour, you're going to have to take some action, okay? Don't just sit there waiting for things to happen. You need to move towards it, put in a bit more effort, okay, Taurus? Don't just stand still, okay? Yeah, make a move. What else does Spirit want you to know? Oh, 8 of Wands, okay. Yeah, I think you need to start moving a little bit faster towards what you wanting. Look at a gorgeous bright light there, okay? And this is about communication, okay? So for some of you, you might be getting a message, or a sudden, if you're not, a message, an email, or yeah, some kind of message electronically, probably. We don't often get letters these days anyway. So looks like there's some good news coming in for you to do with this dream. You're going to have to take some action though. Don't just sit there, but it's going to happen fast for you. So that's what I've got for you, Taurus. I hope this helps. Hi Gemini, welcome to Dog Star Tarot. Excuse the clunking in the background. The door's banging a little bit because I've got the windows open, but it's really warm today, and just a little bit of breeze is very refreshing. So, oh, too many out there. I'm using the Lightseer's Tarot today, and I'm going to look at what you need to move away from, what you need to move towards, and what else does Spirit want you to know? These cards are coming out quick and fast today. Quick and fast. Fast and furious. Right, what do you need to move away from? Okay, time to put down the burden. If you've been carrying something or feeling like overwhelmed, yeah, just let go of the baggage, you know, let somebody else help you. But don't give up, okay? This is not about giving up. It's not time to give up, okay? You just got to take, you know, another step and you're going to get there. But it is about releasing burdens. So if something's been too much for you, just let it go. What do you need to move towards? Two of Swords, okay. You're not sure what to do. You need some sort of, you need to make a decision here, okay? With this card, I think that you're not seeing, you're thinking there's either this way or there's that way, but there is a middle ground here, okay? So you don't have to compromise, okay? But you're not seeing things clearly. So what else does Spirit want you to know? Three of Pentacles, teamwork, or, you know, asking for advice from somebody that you, see here, there's like a supervisor here, and he's kind of making sure that everything's working out okay. Ask for advice if you need it. See if there is a third option that you're perhaps not seeing, okay, that's going to help you move away from this kind of feeling of overwhelm, like worn out, exhausted by, and it could be emotions, or just generally, you know, it could be physical burdens such as too much to do, not enough time, overthinking. Just I kind of feel for some of you, it's just that you know, you're carrying a big heavy weight on your shoulders that somebody's expecting, or people are expecting too much of you. You can't do it all on your own, okay? You're going to need a bit of teamwork, so don't be afraid to ask, and you know, there is another way of doing it. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Gemini. I hope this helps. Hi Cancer, welcome to Dog Star Tarot. Using the Lightseer's Tarot today, and I'm going to pull 3 cards for you. Okay, well, that one fell out. What do you need to leave behind? Or what do you need to move away from? What do you need to move towards? And what else does Spirit want you to know? The Empress. I've just got a feeling here about this. I love this Empress. She's like very much kind of the Earth Mother. You need to move away from trying to be all things to all people. You know, you can't help everybody. You can't, you know, there are people who just you know, whatever you do for them, however much you try and help them, they're on a different wavelength. So I think, yeah, this is moving away from that, trying to be all things to all people. People pleasing. What do you need to move towards? Yeah, walk away from something. This energy, stop trying to give too much of yourself. And I kind of get a feeling of like almost trying to mother people too much. You know, stop trying to, not control, but I mean, this is like an energy of, it comes from a place of loving, but I think it's time to let go and let people make their own mistakes, let them stuff up if they have to, because that's how we learn. So walk away from that energy, okay, and walk towards, you know, brighter. You might have a bit of regrets, you might feel a bit sad, because this, you know, water signs are very emotional, okay, so you might have an emotional attachment to this kind of motherly thing going on, but time to let this flame either die or to find its own oxygen. Does that make sense? So it can kind of breathe, you know, like a fire needs some oxygen so it can kind of feel you might be smothering. Your energy might be a bit too overwhelming for somebody, okay, and it could be, you know, for some of you it might be one of your kids, some of your kids, or it could be somebody in a relationship where you kind of, you put yourself in the role of a parent, okay. You need to get away from that. What else does Spirit want you to know? Yeah, you've got King of Pentacles. I love that. Kind of a nice earthly energy. Earthy energy, should I say. Sort of, yeah, sort of be secure by yourself. You know, you don't need to support everybody else. You know, you've got your sitting there nicely, and that's just such I'd love to be in that place, sitting in that library with your dog, and you know, you got a bit of money in the bank. You're in charge of your own emotions here. You're in charge of your own stability. You've got it sussed. You don't need to do anything else. But yeah, I really feel strongly that you kind of, the energy around you at the moment, very emotional and almost suffocating. So just be careful of that. I'm a Cancerian, and yeah, I've probably got that tendency myself to kind of worry about everybody else's problems, and sometimes it can be a bit, you know, just leave it. Let it go, let them sort it out themselves. So that's what I've got for you, Cancer. I hope that helps. Hi Leo, welcome to Dogstar Tarot. I'm going to pull 3 cards for you from the Lightseers. What do you need to move away from? What do you need to move towards? And what else does Spirit want you to know? Right, Leo, we have got... Ooh. You got the Lovers, okay. Now then, this is a card of choices. Well, it can be. But it can be a relationship that you're in. I'm going to have a look at what you need to move towards before I kind of say any more about that. Oh, okay. Ace of Cups. Okay. Okay, for some of you, Leo, this is, you know, this is like a really passionate card, and this is opposites attracting as well for me, this one. really exciting, hot, passionate energy, but I feel that you're perhaps moving away from this and towards more of you. Okay. Don't look for somebody else to kind of complete you, okay? First of all, fill your own cup first. Make sure that you love yourself, you look after yourself, you look after your own heart, okay? This is like really fiery, exciting energy. And but don't get carried away in the moment, okay? I think it's really important for you to feel secure in yourself, okay? What else does Spirit want you to know? Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Find a bit more balance. Don't get so consumed and caught up in this kind of hot, passionate energy that you're sacrificing yourself. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Leo. Try and achieve a bit more balance. Okay, so I hope this helps. Hi Virgo, welcome to Dog Star Tarot. I'm using the Lightseer Tarot today by Chris Ann, and I'm going to pull 3 cards as usual. I'm going to look at what you need to, or what do you need to move away from? What do you need to move towards? And what else does Spirit want you to know? Okay. This is a time of healing, okay? Where you've perhaps withdrawn from general day-to-day stuff. It could be that, you're actually recovering from illness, okay? Or getting over a heartbreak or sadness of some sort. This is a card of protecting yourself, taking time out to protect yourself. And recuperate. The swords are about logical thinking, clarity, and you may have taken some time out to try and get some clarity, but I think the time for that is, you've done that. Okay, so what do you need to move towards? Okay, 3 of Hearts, 3 of Swords, I mean. Why would you need to move towards heartbreak? I'm going to have to clarify that. That doesn't make any sense to me, that you wouldn't want to move towards a broken heart. Makes sense this way round. Heartbroken, take some time out to recuperate. But that's the way the cards came out, okay? I'm going to clarify that one for you. What else does Spirit want you to know? Okay. You got the 5 of Pentacles. Right. Kind of get this one more now. So, this energy, central energy, is about you feeling left out in the cold. Okay? That you feel as though everything good is going on somewhere else, but you're not part of it. Look how despondent she looks, head in her hands. So yeah, I think you're healing from, I feel there's been some heartbreak or sadness that you're trying to heal from, okay? And you feel that, but I think Spirit's telling you clearly here that whatever it is that's causing you pain and heartache is not for you, because that's what you're moving towards, okay? I think if you continue on this, current path, you're heading for more heartbreak, I'm going to take another card here to clarify this. Can you tell me more, please, about this 3 of Swords? What does Virgo need to move towards? Okay, you got the King of Wands. That's kind of, it's like a fiery, passionate energy. He's getting on. He knows what he wants, okay? I'm going to take another one. And the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. You can see these. Okay, so for some of you, it's not going to be for all of you. It won't resonate for everybody. But I think you are, you know, you've been wanting to be somewhere. You've been trying to get over it. But I think if you continue thinking about it, you're just going to end up, you know, with your heart broken. And it's time to move on. Okay, take control. Be strong. This lion here is saying, you know, yeah, take back your own power, okay? Be like the King of Wands. He's in control of his emotions, and he moves fast, okay? He moves fast to where he wants to go. So it's just time for making a decision, okay? Make a decision where you want to go. And yeah, you might have to put in a bit of effort, okay? But ultimately, you know, if you got to do, you can't move to what you want to, where you want to go without putting in the effort. Okay, so you have to put this behind you, I think, Virgo. So that's what I've got for you. I don't know whether it's a relationship or what. I kind of get a relationship feel about this, even though there's no cups here at all. But I think some of you are moving away from, you know, you heartbreak. But yeah, you got to do the hard work, okay? And then, you know, take the reins, take control. So that's what I've got for you, Virgo. I hope this helps. Hello, Libra. Welcome to Dog Star Tarot. I'm going to take 3 cards for you, as always. Let's look at what you need to move away from, what you need to move towards, and what else Spirit needs you to know. I'm using the Lightseer's Tarot by Chris-Anne. And you need to walk away from the 3 of Cups. Reliance on other people. Okay. I think it's a time now where you've got to stand in your own power. Don't be depending on other people to help you, to cooperate. I think you need to, there may be a need for you to go it alone, but let's have a look at what you need to move towards. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, okay. She's there all by herself. She's sure of where she's going. She's got, I love this card. She's in touch with the earth. Really, it almost feels quite a spiritual card to me. See this, like there's growth here, okay? She's planted the seeds a while ago. She's been patient and she's ready to go it alone. She can, you know, she doesn't need anybody else. She's secure, okay? So, yeah, I think this is definitely saying stop depending on other people so much. Stand in your own power. What else does Spirit want you to know then? Justice, okay. I love this as well. These cards are gorgeous. I think, yeah, moving away from this might have been a bit of an unfair, unbalanced, okay, because you got a 3 here, okay. So, you know, there might be somebody who's been left out of the equation or felt, you know, that if you've been working in a team or just, it feels like you needed balance here, which is, and this is a karma card as well, you know, that balance is going to be restored, okay. Justice is going to be served, and I think this is I feel this is really nice energy that you're going to independently, just doing things independently, having more strength, and that's how you're going to move forward, is by going it alone, okay. So that's what I've got for you, Libra. I hope this helps. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dog Star Tarot. Going to look at what you need to move away from, what you need to move towards. And what else does Spirit want you to know? You've got the Ace of Swords. Okay, I'm going to look at what you need to move towards before I comment. I think maybe you're kind of overthinking things here and relying too much on your logic. But let's have a look. What do you need to move towards? Yeah, balance. Okay. Trying to figure things out from a logical perspective and not trusting in your intuition. You know, we can't do everything purely without involving our hearts as well. There are some decisions that involve your heart. Okay, so if you have a decision to make, you need to find a balance between, yeah, okay, that might be logical, but really, what do you feel? Trust in your own intuition and your own judgment. Okay, let's have a look at what Spirit wants you to know. Yeah. Okay, I like this. I'm really happy to see this card. This is like it's a portal, it's a celebration. It's like, you know, finding, for some of you, it's sometimes a card of a new home or a marriage. But it's I kind of feel that you're going to move towards something. You know, once that you've kind of got this balance and you thought about a more holistic approach than just purely logical. Okay, it might look all right on paper, but really, emotionally, is that what you want? And once you leave that behind, I think you've got this really lovely, look how happy they look. That party, you know, something good going to happen. You're going to have reason to celebrate. So find balance, and then you've got reason to celebrate. So that's what I've got for you, Scorpio. I hope it helps. Oh, sorry, Sagittarius, I almost forgot to write down a timestamp here. Welcome to Dog Star Tarot. I'm going to be looking at what you need to move away from. And you've got two cards here. What do you need to move towards? And what else does Spirit want you to know? Feeling that one. Okay, so what do you need to move away from? Ace of Cups and Two of Cups. Okay, the need for a relationship and kind of soulmatey energy here. I think you're not looking after yourself enough. I think you need to put yourself first instead of this. Look at holding this person's hand, trying to, yeah, I feel like you're putting too much effort in, sacrificing yourself and putting too much effort into a relationship here, and particularly a romantic relationship. I think you're the one doing all the work, and they ain't. So I think it's time to move away from that. Okay, what do you need to move towards? The Lovers. Okay, what else does Spirit want you to know? Yeah, King of Pentacles. I think this is about I think there's love here, and there is a relationship here in your future, but I think there is a need for you to stop making them the center of your universe. Okay, this energy is a really nice energy here anyway, and stop sacrificing yourself, okay, for, you know, to your detriment. And then you've got these lovely, you know, the Lovers and this sort of stability here in the material world, okay? So yeah, let go of I know I'm repeating myself and somebody's criticised me for that, but I'm doing it to emphasize a point and just to, you know, just to clarify really. I do love this energy for you, Saggy. It's really lovely. You know, you can move towards this, you know, beautiful, loving, passionate relationship, but don't sacrifice yourself for it, okay? Find a bit of balance there. And particularly when it concerns your stability in the material world, you know, your home, your finances, your job. Don't sacrifice any of those for the sake of because you've got the love anyway. You've got the passion, the love, and everything coming towards you. So yeah, nice energy for you. I hope this helps. Hi Capricorn, welcome to Dog Star Tarot. I'm using the Lightseer's Tarot by Chris Ann, and I'm going to look at what you need to move away from, what you need to move towards, and what else does Spirit want you to know. Okay, this is you on your own. Feeling emotionally fulfilled without a partner. I'm going to look at what you need to move towards, because I have a feeling here that this is, stop focusing so much on I feel like you've got a lot to give here, okay? You feel secure, emotionally secure, but you kind of you're throwing your cups out all over the place. Let's have a look at what you need to move towards. Eight of Swords. Yeah, you're not seeing something clearly here. Nor am I. I think you're looking for advice from too many people. I think you're not seeing the situation clearly. You're not realising that you are in this position, okay? That you can be secure and independent on your own, but I don't think you think that. I think you feel that you've got too many obstacles in your way. Nothing's going according to plan, okay? So you need to actually stop with the overthinking. She's blindfolded, look. She's, you know, this is all in her head, okay? Everything's going on in her head. She's overthinking everything, okay? Tying herself up in knots with overthinking, okay? So for some of you, Capricorn, you could be doing that. You're overthinking everything, okay? And you're kind of I feel like you're throwing your heart all over the place, you know, kind of asking people to, you know, you kind of over worrying about people. You know, you've got plenty here, but you're being a little bit careless with your emotions, maybe. What else does Spirit want you to know? Okay. Judgment. This is like kind of a resurrection card almost. It feels to me like you kind of, wow, a sense of release. Okay. And I kind of feel like you kind of rise again. You know, that you've these two, they're kind of similar. You see, she's throwing her hands up and she's trying to okay. Ghosts from the past. I'm getting ghosts from the past. Okay, this is what's, you know, you keep looking at the past and thinking of what's happened. Okay, this is stopping you from like fully embracing this, you know, being independent and emotionally stable. I'm just going to take another clarify. I'm going to take, do you know what? I haven't done this for anybody else, but I feel like it needs, I need to take an oracle card. Just to clarify this, I do feel there's kind of an element of letting go of something that you've been holding on too tightly, okay? It's confusing you, it's tying you up in knots. There's a lot here about releasing that, you know, releasing that kind of ghost from the past, okay? Wishing things were different, you know, wishing that you'd got what you had a million years ago or whatever. So what else? This is the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. And it says, persistent drive. See what you desire and move towards that goal. It's a time to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instincts to guide you to the optimal outcome. I don't know what they are. Those big fish, they look like sharks, aren't they? Let's have a look in the book. As this is a new deck. 11. Okay. Kind of does tie in with these other cards here. Let me just put that there. Because it says you need to be focused on a solitary objective or intention at this time. Route all your power, tools and assets towards one purpose. Dedication to the undertaking at hand is essential. You need to get rid of any distractions that will take your focus from what you want to achieve. Keep your life in balance. Keep your focus on all that's positive and good that's flowing into your life. This is this. Okay. You'll thrive at pursuing your aspirations so long as you maintain the heart, willpower and confidence in your own abilities. You need to focus completely on the task at hand. Oceanic white-tipped sharks, which is what they must be, typically travel alone and near the surface of the ocean. They're persistent in their search for food. This shark represents a preference for forward momentum. The sharks that survive today are almost the same as those that lived 300 million years ago. This shark is letting you know that you can be exceptionally driven and forward moving. It's time for you to meet your life full on. If you have doubts about whether an opportunity is right for you, this card encourages you to pursue this dream or situation. Okay? And remember, this is the other advice from Spirit is to kind of release the stuff that's holding you hostage from the past. So that's what I've got for you, Capricorn. I hope this helps. Hi Aquarius, welcome to Dog Star Tarot. I'm using the Lightseer's deck today, and I'm going to pull 3 cards as always for you. We're going to look at what you need to move away from, what you need to move towards, and what else does Spirit need you to know. Kind of want to take that one as well, I don't know why. Right, so what do you need to move away from? You've got the 8 of Wands. this for me is a card of communication and sort of fast moving stuff, social media particularly. For some of you, it might be a relationship that's kind of based on, you know, that maybe you've met somebody on a dating site or something like that. It's moving away from that, okay? So we'll see what the other cards have got. I'm getting stop waiting for a message to come in, okay? Might be a, you know, text message or something in your waiting for, you know, that ping in your messages or whatever. Move away from, like, keep wanting that. What are you moving towards? Heartbreak, okay. Yeah. What else does Spirit want you to know? Wheel of Fortune, okay. And Queen of Swords, okay. Right, okay. You need to make a decision, Aquarius. You need to move away from something. Stop. You know, here she's got a heart here, so she's got it safe here. There is some heartbreak for you, okay? But I feel that, yeah, there is going to be some sadness. Look at that. Her face is like, yeah, she's heartbroken, but her heart's still in one piece, okay? It's been stretched. It's been pulled to the limit, okay? But it hasn't, it's not fallen apart. So hold on to your heart, Aquarius. Move away from what's hurting you, okay? You know what? I don't think this is it looks like a raft almost. I know that's a sword, but it looks to me like she's sailing on like a little tiny boat and she's got her heart locked away here safely, okay? So, yeah, heartbreak, okay? But I think that, you know, stop waiting for this message to come in or for this confirmation of something, okay? It's not going to happen, and if you keep waiting for it, you're going to have heartbreak. So move away from that, okay? Queen of Swords energy, be decisive, cut it off, okay? And allow the Wheel of Fortune to move in your favour, okay? Yeah, you need to take this action. You need to take decisive action, moving away from that for sure, okay? Stop holding on because it's going to result in heartbreak. And I know that sounds harsh, but that's what the cards say. Okay, that's what I got for you, Aquarius. And then you said Aries. Hi Pisces, welcome to Dog Star Tarot. I'm going to take 3 cards for you from the Lightseers by Chris Ann, and going to look at what you need to move away from, what you need to move towards, and what else does Spirit want you to know. And again, I'm feeling 2 cards here, so we'll take 2 cards. Right, what do you need to move away from? You got the 2 of Pentacles, but it was in reverse, okay? This is normally about juggling and finding balance, okay? But it was in reverse, so I think that there has not been balance, okay? So you need to move away from whatever, you know, it could be a relationship, it could be any situation where things have not been fair, okay? Or they haven't been, you know, there's been too much of one and not enough of the other. Just move away from that imbalance and move towards 10 of Swords, okay? This is an ending, okay? This is absolute, like, yeah, clarity. You know, make a decision, okay? Because something that has not been balanced, you need to put an end to it. What else does Spirit want you to know? King of Cups. This is lovely energy for emotional stability. Once you've made this decision, once you've walked away from putting an end to this imbalance. And what else have we got? Oh, the Page of Wands. That's lovely. I love this Page of Wands. I think so joyful, exciting, and fast-moving energy. You know, this is really kind of, I just love it. It's kind of like, almost like childlike enthusiasm for something, okay? Which, you know, I think you've got emotional stability here once you get rid of this. I almost said burden, but it's not. It's about things that have not been balanced, that you need to put an end to it. You need to restore the balance, you know, particularly if it's a relationship where things have not been, you know, if one of you's been perhaps putting in more effort than the other, okay? And look, I just love this. Like, it looks really sunny, happy, cheerful energy. And I kind of feel like, almost like she's throwing a dart at something, you know, like being like really determined to kind of put an end to this, move forward in a really, you know, sort of, and know that, I feel like manifesting a better future, okay, and an emotionally stable one. So that's what I've got for you, Pisces. I hope this helps. Okay, so that's all your readings done. Yeah, if they've resonated, please give me a thumbs up, and always love to get your comments. I'm always grateful for your comments and your feedback. And yeah, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you to all my subscribers, and welcome to my new subscribers. I think I've got a couple of new subscribers this last couple of weeks, so welcome to Dog Star Tarot. And yeah, please put in a comment if you'd like me to, what you'd like me, if you'd like me to do anything else in between the full moon and the new moon readings. Now and again I do post shorts when I feel drawn, but you know, if you'd like to pick a card reading, or you want a love reading, or anything, please drop me a comment, and I'll see what I can sort out for you. Okay, so thanks again for being here. I appreciate every one of you, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.